Hey guys, welcome to the show. Metroid Other M covers an all-new chapter in the life of bounty hunter Samus Aran.
To get ready for our in-depth look at Metroid Other M next week, today we're looking back at Samus' story up till now.
We first met Samus in the game Metroid for the Nintendo Entertainment System in 1986. Her mission was to destroy a band of space pirates who were planning to use Metroids as biological weapons.
Samus landed on the planet Zebes and eventually defeated the space pirate boss Ridley and Mother Brain, the AI controlling the space pirate hideout.
In Metroid 2, The Return of Samus, Samus was sent to planet SR-388 to destroy the last of the living Metroids.
After the mission, she discovered a Metroid egg, which hatched and mistook her for its mother. Samus took pity on the baby Metroid and spared its life.
Super Metroid begins with Samus bringing the baby to Ceres' space colony, but as she's leaving, Ridley and the space pirates attack and capture the baby Metroid. Let's take a look at what happens next.
This game really starts off with a bang. Right now, Gary is fighting Ridley.
At this point in the game, he's much too powerful for me.
Before you know it, Ridley gets away and the space colony begins to self-destruct. You've got to escape, then pursue Ridley to the planet Zebes to confront the space pirates in their lair once again.
The clock is ticking. This is the trickiest part.
Just a few more.
Oh!
No!
Come on, come on.
Come on. You're out of there.
That was close.
Looks like you made it just in time.
As in all Metroid games, there's no clear path to the finish line. You need to explore to find items that help you progress. By the end of the game, you've turned into a walking arsenal, and you're going to need all that firepower to make it through the last two boss fights.
First, you take on Ridley.
After that, the baby Metroid attacks you, then recognizes you and flees.
But in the second battle against Mother Brain, the baby Metroid comes back and sacrifices its own life to save yours. Although other Metroid games have been released since, Metroid Other M is the first to explore what happens to Samus immediately after Super Metroid.
Play the story that sets the stage for Metroid Other M. Super Metroid is available for download from the Virtual Console service. Well, what's your favorite weapon or power-up in Super Metroid?
Oh, the ice beam.
The charge beam.
I'm a big fan of the power bombs.
That would have to be the missile.
The super jump was really cool. The ice beam.
Definitely the grappling beam. That thing is like really got me out of some tough spots.
Morph ball.
Have you ever tried to roll into a morph ball?
Every now and then I just give it a try. It's not so good for me.
For most of us, just finishing a game is a major accomplishment. But speedrunners push it just a little bit further. We're here with Lee Garasich from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, one of the top Super Metroid speedrunners in the country. Nice to meet you, Lee.
Nice to meet you too, Allison.
So what exactly is a speedrun?
Well, a speedrun is usually just going through a game as fast as possible. And the one day a friend of mine was over my house and he was watching me play through the game and the various shortcuts I take, and he made a comment that I do it pretty quickly, and then I put all my shortcuts together into one continuous run and realized I could do it faster than anybody else. It still is to this day my favorite game.
So I bet you're pretty psyched about the release of Metroid Other M.
I can't wait. I'm counting the days.
All right, so show us what you got.
Right here, we find ourselves in the elevator to go down to Norfair, where we would go and acquire the high jump boots. However, if we look over here and shoot a super missile at the block, we find out that there's a secret access point. Now, even accessing this area, you realize you really can't get here yet, which is the reason why you would go down into Norfair to get the high jump boots. With a good sense of exploration, you can gain access to the area. Anything is possible in Super Metroid. Wall jumping is one of the things that, whenever I was able to finally perfect it, it made the game twice as much fun to play through, and it opened the entire planet up to new possibilities, because the entire planet that you're on is completely connected one way or the other. When you come through this door, you try to jump up, but you can't jump high enough to get up on this platform. So your immediate reaction is to go down. But if you're able to master the wall jump, you can wall jump up this shaft. These enemies would be used at a later point in the game for platforms when they're frozen. But if we take them out with a super missile, there's a hidden platform at the top. I'm going to jump up and shoot out the platform, and then I'm going to jump up the side again quickly and then wall jump up into the area. In doing so, that gives me access to power bombs earlier than I should have them.
I'm here with Marty from Brooklyn, who's a Super Metroid fan. What's your favorite thing about Super Metroid?
Oh, probably the weapons. Awesome selection of weapons and finding of weapons.
The fact that the female character is really strong, doesn't need to be rescued.
The exploration and like the way that it was sort of like one big world.
Just when you find out that she's a woman, it just kind of blew my mind when I was younger that you can actually have a video game action hero that's a girl.
If you ever come to a point where you think you're in a dead end, just lay down some bombs in a corner. You never know what you might find. The weird eyeball on the door always signifies a boss fight is imminent. This boss, Phantom, is really difficult. This is one of those bosses where you might want to go at him using super missiles and missiles, but I find the best technique is to use just your regular beam. Charge it up to full and wait for him to open up the single eyeball. As you can see, he flies all around like crazy, and you have to try and catch him with his eyeball open, and he seems to open it at the worst time.
Wow.
We've just taken care of Phantom, and we've come up to the very top of the wrecked ship, where we find ourselves in a room with some gray doors. The gray doors will signify that they will only open once you destroy all the monsters. However, there is a little trick to that. If you kill all the monsters in the room and make the doors start flashing, instead of just going through the door, open all the doors in the room. If you take that moment to walk around the room and open all the doors, they will remain blue for the rest of the game. Here's a part that took me quite a while to memorize. You were supposed to hop across those little alien things to get a pack of missiles up top. What I did was I memorized exactly where it was, and I'll run, shine spark, shoot as soon as you come out of it, and you'll find a pack of missiles.
That's incredible.
It's definitely a time saver.
Who are your favorite bosses in Super Metroid?
Mine, probably Ridley.
I like Mother Brain.
Wow, Mother Brain.
Mother Brain.
I think Mother Brain is the ultimate villainess.
My favorite boss is Ridley. Took me forever, and my sister deleted my save file. I've never been as angry.
I'm going to show a secret area that is right near the beginning of the game. You'll want to shine spark up to the top right of the screen, where you'll find a door. Inside the door, you'll find a power bomb. But if you start running back and then hit the B button, you shine spark right before the edge. If you fall down and dash to your left as fast as possible, you're then able to find another secret area. Inside this area, you can find an energy tank and 2 missile expansions. If you're brave, you can get through this area just using power bombs. And there's the energy tank.
Way to go.
Right here, there's blocks that'll break as soon as you step on them. If you fall down one side, they'll reappear fast enough and you won't be able to get back up the shaft. There's a missile pack directly underneath me, and there's a missile pack on the left side. What you want to do is you want to jump and land perfectly in between them so you break them both away at the same time. And then you're able to access both packs of missiles without having to do a lap.
So Lee, what sort of clues do you look for in the environment to find those secret passageways?
A lot of this game is full of different patterns, and if you see a change in a pattern somewhere, 9 times out of 10, if you throw some bombs around or shoot some areas, you come across a secret.
That was incredible, Lee. Thanks for letting us into your fast-paced world.
Thanks for having me, Allison. I had a wonderful time.
All that Metroid talk has gotten me psyched for next week's show.
Me too. Next week, we're going to be all about Metroid Other M for Wii. We'll explore this previously unknown chapter in Samus's story. The brand new gameplay, the new setting, the new characters, the new monsters.
Let's go play.
See you next week.